What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another entertainment video. For those of you guys that are new, thanks for coming through to check out the video. For those of you guys that have been here before, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Everybody hit the like button, drop a comment, hit subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. But today we're talking some NBA Cup, Emirates NBA Cup action. The knockout rounds are officially set for this season. So the Emirates NBA Cup knockout rounds begin Tuesday, December 10th. The quarterfinals will be played in home markets, but the semifinal and the championship games will be played in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. The matchups in the East are the Orlando Magic versus the Milwaukee Bucks and the Atlanta Hawks versus the New York Knicks. In the West, you have the Oklahoma City Thunder hosting the Dallas Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors visiting the Houston Rockets. So winners advance to the semifinals in Las Vegas on December 14th, Saturday. So are you tuning into the NBA Cup? I know I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. So let's take a dive. Let's take a look at who actually made it into the NBA Cup. So we talked about those matchups right now. You see the teams. Here's the bracket, y'all. And if you go onto NBA.com, they have this little tab up here, NBA Cup. It's going to give you all the info, everything you need to know about the NBA Cup, y'all. So taking a look here, you see the schedule. Tuesday, December 10th, you got the Magic and the Bucks, Mavericks, Thunder, Hawks, Knicks. So they got a little bit of everything on here, how it works. Yesterday, I swear there was more details. Oh, that's why, because I didn't click on the page. So once you click into the page, it's going to give you the full rundown. So we know we're talking about these different matchups I had here. In the East, you got Milwaukee versus the Magic. And Milwaukee was the Group 1 or the Group B winner, number 1 seed. New York Knicks won Group A. Atlanta won Group C, which is the Bulls bracket, but we're not going to talk about the Bulls. And then in the West, Oklahoma City won Group B. Houston won Group A. Warriors won Group C. And the Dallas Mavericks were the wild card with that Group 4. So all of these games have been taking place on Tuesdays and Fridays these last couple of weeks. So if you've been checking out the games, I made another video talking about some of the courts and things like that. Definitely go check that out if you haven't already done so. But let's just get straight into it, man. We got to make some picks. You know, that's what we have to do. That's what everybody wants these days. Before I used to just talk hoops. Now people are like, yo, who you got, bro? You got to let me know who you got. So you take a look here. We're going to zoom out so we can get this all in one shot. There we go. So you take a look here, y'all. So these are my picks for the NBA Cup quarterfinals, and let's start out with the West. The Dallas Mavericks versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder were the number 1 team in the regular season last year in the West. Dallas represented the West in the NBA Finals, so you know this is already going to be a good matchup. And SGA once again has OKC number 1 in the West, and the Mavs have been absolutely on fire, 9-1 in their last 10 games. My heart says Luka and Kyrie, but my brain has to go with OKC. So I'm going with the Thunder to make it out of this first round matchup against Dallas. And next we have the Warriors versus the Houston Rockets. So the Rockets have been somewhat of a surprising team, and they're currently 2nd in the West. Warriors started off hot on fire, but they've now lost 5 games in a row. And in a winner-take-all game, I know the Warriors are on a skid, but I got to go with Stephen Curry. I don't think the Rockets are a bad team or anything like that. It's going to be a close game, but you know I got to go with your boy Steph. And I got the Steph USA jersey on, guys. So you know we're representing today. So for the West, guys, I'm going with the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Golden State Warriors to meet in the semifinals. So drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Who do you have coming out of the Western Conference bracket? OKC, Dallas, Houston, Golden State? I'm going to have to go with OKC going up against Golden State in the semifinal. We'll see how it goes, but we'll find out starting next week, guys. Let me know what you think on that one. And, you know, you really do take a deep dive into it, and it's a great matchup. I mean, in the West, these are teams that historically, obviously, Golden State has been great, but somewhat up and coming. Dallas, they made it to the finals last year. The Thunder, obviously, a team that's right now on the rise. They're one of the hottest teams in the West going back to last year. Unfortunately, Chet Holmgren is out, but Isaiah Hartenstein, who they signed from the New York Knicks over the summer, has been hooping, and he's definitely going to be a big piece once they get back. And same thing for Houston, man. A lot of pieces, a little bit unnoticed that they added over the summer. They brought in Fred VanVleet, who was a part of the Toronto Raptors when they won a championship, and he's always been a solid player out of Rockford, Illinois. Shout out to Illinois basketball players. And they also brought in different veterans like Dylan Brooks to come in. They offered a contract to Brook Lopez, but Lopez stayed on the Bucks, and he's in this tournament too. But Houston, a team that's up at the top of the West right now, second place. Ime Udoka, absolutely one of the best coaches in the NBA. Would have been crazy to see him still on Boston, but my man couldn't keep the thirst traps to himself. So Western Conference, I'm excited to see it. It's going to be great to see these games at home. Houston gets to have somewhat of like a playoff atmosphere to get that test. But it's going to be a great tournament. I'm excited. I think that it definitely leads up and builds up to a lot. I talked about it before, but I was at the Bulls in-season tournament game last week, and it was lit, or 2 weeks ago now, and it was lit, man. Different type of environment, different type of vibe, especially for November, December basketball, where you typically just don't get that type of excitement and type of competitiveness that you get throughout the year. So now let's transition here. So now we did the Western Conference side picks. Now we got to do the East bracket picks. So let's take a look at the East. In the opening game, we have the Magic visiting the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee has managed to get to 11-9 after starting the season 2-8, and they finally look like they're starting to take a turn and gel as a team. The Magic, once again, they look like an up-and-coming team in the East. Star Paolo Banchero's been out since Halloween, but Franz Wagner's been going crazy since Paolo went down. But I do think that Dame and Giannis are on a mission right now to prove they're still a threat in the East. So I'm going with the Milwaukee Bucks in that first matchup. So for the second game here, you got to take a look at what's going on with the Knicks and the Atlanta Hawks. So Knicks have been, they're on their thing this year. Wait, I dropped the notes here. Knicks and Atlanta Hawks. I somehow deleted that part, but so Knicks and Atlanta Hawks, Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young, they got the number 1 pick. New York Knicks, they got Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby. And I do have the New York Knicks coming out of that first round matchup. I think they're probably going to spank the Atlanta Hawks. So in the Eastern Conference, I'm going with the Milwaukee Bucks over the Orlando Magic, and I'm going to go with the New York Knicks over the Atlanta Hawks. So I got Milwaukee and New York going out to Las Vegas, and that'll be a great matchup. So right now, let's just do a quick recap. In the Western Conference, I'm going to go with the Oklahoma City Thunder over the Dallas Mavericks. And in the second game, I'm going to go with the Golden State Warriors over the Houston Rockets to advance in the quarterfinals. And in the East, I'm going with the Milwaukee Bucks to beat the Orlando Magic and the New York Knicks to defeat the Atlanta Hawks. So hopefully that's the Final Four. I got to go put my bread on it. Got to put my money where my mouth is, see if it actually adds up to something. And I got Milwaukee winning the first game, y'all. And I thought I'd show you guys this because I made the trip. I'm in Chicago. Well, I'm in Oakland technically, but still shy. But I did go last year to the Bucks in-season tournament, and I'm blocking my face now, but you see it here, y'all. I had to go check it out last year. I didn't get a chance to go when the Bulls played. I told my wife, like, yo, you down to go to Milwaukee? I want to go see this. It's like an hour and a half from Chicago, but I had to say I brought 2 of them, but I saved this one as one to keep as like memorabilia. Another one I actually use it when I hoop. I do a little bada boom. Oh, camera lost some focus. We got to switch that. There we go. We're back. See, this happens. In-season tournament gets you all excited. Gets the camera all discombobulated. But yeah, man, NBA Emirates Cup starting December 10th, a week from today, December 4th. And while we're here, we might as well do it, y'all. We might as well talk about the championship pick. So I'm not even going to talk about semifinals. We'll skip that. I already said I got Milwaukee in New York in the East, and I'm going with OKC and Golden State in the West. But for my championship matchup in the NBA Emirates Cup, I'm going with Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors versus Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks. And as far as who's actually going to win the NBA Cup, it pains me to say this, but I think the New York Knicks pull it off and win the championship in Vegas on December 17th. And this might be the only ring that the New York Knicks get, so they better cherish it. It's been, over 30, 40 years since you guys got one. But on a serious note, Tom Thibodeau teams play very hard every night. And I think in these one-game knockout rounds, that's a team like New York. It favors them tremendously. They come in, they outwork you. They also know now that they have the talent to go along with the hard work. They got Bridges, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, and that's just to start off with. So I'm going to have to go with the New York Knicks winning the NBA Cup. And especially now, Celtics are already knocked out. So East bracket looks wide open, and I think the New York Knicks have what it takes to get it done. So for the NBA Emirates Cup, I'm going with the New York Knicks to pull it out and win this year's tournament. Second ever NBA Emirates Cup champions, and it'll be another big market. Last year we had the Lakers. This year we'll have the Knicks, y'all. So I'm excited, y'all. I got my Steph Curry jersey on. I know I picked them to make it. I don't think they're going to win, but I think it's going to be an exciting tournament. I think this definitely adds a layer of intrigue, a layer of excitement to the regular NBA season. Something different completely. My Bulls are out, but it's still going to be great, man. I still want to watch it. And we were close, though. We were so close to making it. And there was a lot of other exciting stuff, too, man. Like Celtics, I know I said they didn't make it, but they technically had a record to make it, but they didn't make it as the wild card because point differential actually matters in that situation. And they didn't make it. So Celtics aren't in it, wide open. So I think it's going to be a great tournament. And like I said, my championship matchup pick for the Emirates NBA Cup, I'm going with the Golden State Warriors versus the New York Knicks. I think, like, I don't want to even say it again, but I think the New York Knicks do pull it off. They win the NBA Cup this year. And it's just a little bit of everything. Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns is there, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Tom Thibodeau. Teams are great in one-game scenarios. You don't have to play a full 7. They can come out and outwork you in this one-game matchup. I think Atlanta Hawks, they'll get right past them. It's going to be a little bit tougher in that second round going up against the Bucks, but I think the talent on New York, the grit on New York, and just that hunger the whole city has, I think the Knicks pull it off this year and win the Emirates NBA Cup. Let me know what you think. Who do you guys have winning? Who do you guys think actually makes it to the championship? And are you even tuning in? Because I know I am, y'all. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment, hit follow, like, everything. Thanks for stopping by. If you made it this far, you a real one. Deuces.